Welcome back to the Astrology Guided Journaling with Shmoane. And thank you for having me back because, like, the skin condition of last week, yuck. And I wouldn't want to push that visual image onto you while you're just trying to learn about the first quarter, which I didn't really talk about. Because earlier this Friday, the moon entered Capricorn. And on Sunday, the 22nd of October, we have the first quarter in Capricorn, which will last like 13 minutes because the moon will rush into Aquarius. So technically, if you don't really understand the degrees, you'll think it's the first quarter in Aquarius, but that's something for the 20th of November. But let's not dive ahead of ourselves and start week 43 with Monday, the 23rd of October, when the sun arrives in Scorpio. So happy spooky season, happy Scorpio season, because spooky season starts when the sun is in Scorpio. But Scorpio, I desire is the dominant phrase, and they are the ruler of the eighth house. In the middle of autumn time, it's a fixed sign, and they're a water sign. So fixed water, very deep on the emotions, and very deep on the intuition, the inner reserves, and quite intense sometimes on the emotions. But that's why they have the power of the emotional intensity. They are ruler of the eighth house and eighth house Scorpio. They both have subjects topics like shared possessions, heritage, intimacy, the secrets, taboos, things we don't really like to bring to the light. So yeah, that eighth house thing, and that's where you transform. That's where you are that burning phoenix rising from the ashes. That's all those eighth house Scorpio things. And with that energy, of course, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, planet of the personal empowerment, which just started moving stationary direct in Capricorn. So that's the ruling planet of the upcoming month. Let's see, in medical astrology though, Scorpio rules the genitals, reproductive organs, and everything in the back there. Yeah, elephant in the room again. I woke up at 4 a.m. today and I thought, like, let me do a nap because I had to work. I thought, let me do a nap, but if I do a nap, I won't do this. And yeah, the only thing I'm more dedicated than to you is me. And I'm dedicated to this, so no nap. Yeah, and off to week 43, which actually starts with Mercury being in a feminine sextile with Lilith. And Lilith is that suppressed dark side of your traits and your personality, your skill sets in Virgo. In a feminine sextile, so we work inwards with the analytical and the investigative energy of Scorpio and Virgo. And now the planet of the mind, the thoughts, how you think, is already in this dark side. We may feel open to what Lilith has to offer. Just see, just go inwards, try to meditate, do your shadow work because shadow work can bring you places. For real. Just yeah. Just try it and see how it works for you and just be a little open. It's in the dark anyway. So on Tuesday, the 24th of October, the Sun will be in a water trine with Saturn in retrograde. Yeah, these are the important dates of the upcoming month, but yeah. On the Tuesday, the 24th of October, the Sun will be in a water trine with Saturn. So, water trine, effortlessly emotional trine between the Sun, your vitality, and Saturn, what you are trying to achieve and have difficulty achieving. Well, if you really want to achieve something, now with the Sun in Scorpio, we're open to emotional growth. So be open to how you can grow, how you can expand, and really be dedicated towards it. Like yeah, that's something I'll talk about with the full moon, but now I'll do it now. Full moons are the peaks of cycles. New moons are when you manifest. So half a year later, you can reap the fruits of your labor or see this is how I want to do it differently next time. So it's a constant cycle and you constantly have to work with it. So when that full moon occurs, are you really happy with what you have? If you're not, readjust, go inward, and with the next new moon in Taurus, because it's about what you have, you can really manifest, but you have to work towards it for the upcoming 12 months. And in 6 months, you may see like, oh, I'm doing well, I'm not doing so every month. Okay, another side note, as I'm busy anyway. When Mercury started moving retrograde, Mars took a lead of everyone. But Mars is quite slow, and Mercury, runner, track star, is gaining up on everyone again. So it was already in a conjunction with the Sun in Libra season, and it's already ahead of the Sun right now, and will be in a conjunction with Mars. After that, Mercury takes the lead, your thoughts, then the Sun will take the lead, I am, and then Mars will take the lead, I act. The only thing I'm trying to say is it's how you think, it's how you be, it's how you act. It's how you think, it's how you be, it's how you act. Just remember that. It's always how you act. People remember how you act. But okay, I'm done with the side notes because on Thursday, the 26th of October, the Sun will also be in a feminine sextile with Lilith. So it may feel a little risky, but everyone knows it already. Like, it's your secret. You'll keep it in the dark. But we're all intuitive beings. We all see it, we all feel it, and it takes one to know one. So just try it. Like, everyone's seen it already. So just do with it what you want before someone else is going to run with what you got, with your dark traits. Like, don't let someone else own you. For real. So, on Saturday, the 28th of October, Mars will first be in an opposition with Jupiter in retrograde. So I act on these desires, and in an opposition with I grow in retrograde. I find it difficult to grow in what I have. I find it difficult to expand. Later in the day, in the same axis, the Sun will be in an opposition with the Moon. So it's about your self-worth and the worth you gain from others, your own possessions, shared possessions. The only thing I'm trying to say is it's exactly this. It's exactly this. It's tilting your growth. Like, Mars is how you act in an opposition with you find it difficult to grow. See, really be aware. My mom told me the other day, like, it's exactly this. You always cut people off for the smallest things. And I'm like, Mom, they don't respect me. And I should respect myself, right? I should respect my time, my energy, my money, my gap, whatever. So I have to. She was like, yeah, you're right, actually. Like, for real. And 2 days ago, when the Sun was in a conjunction with the South Node in Libra, I cried my balls, I cried my eyes out because to my mom, people be wasting my time, energy again, and yeah, my inside, on the inside, I know I'm a lone wolf. Watch the lone wolf video from Einzelganger. It's lone wolves aren't like I discarded myself from the patch. I'm not gonna spoiler alert. Watch that video; it's a good one. But I'm actually a lone wolf. Yeah, but you're a Leo. You're so sociable. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but that's not my thing, and not outside. Like, yeah, it drains my energy. It makes me so tired. I don't have faith in people anymore. So yeah, follow your intuition. If you know better, do better. Remember. And I know better, and I don't know why I'm not doing better because I try to be a social butterfly, but I'm not. I'm a wolf. Ugh, or something. Are you a butterfly or are you a wolf? Are you a butterfly trying to be a wolf? Ask yourself these questions. I know for me, now act on it. Because it's exactly this. On Sunday, the 29th of October, Mercury will follow in this opposition with Jupiter in retrograde. So now think about it. First you act about it. Now think about it. And later in the day, Mercury will be in a conjunction with Mars. So yeah, you really got to act towards it. You really got to do something. If you're dedicated to the cause, be dedicated and take your steps. Like, think about how you pursue your dreams, and remember that we don't chase, we attract. We don't chase good times, we attract good times. If you know this is where you want to be the beacon of light that boat will sail to. If you know better, do better. For real. And that I don't chase, I attract. People keep repeating it because it's true. If it's not true, people don't repeat it. Is it true? So do you? And after week 44. Week 44, we start on Tuesday, the 31st of October. Happy Halloween! Yeah, and Venus will be in a Earth trine with Jupiter in retrograde. Uranus in retrograde. So Uranus in retrograde, it's difficult to free yourself from restrictive situations. And Venus in Virgo, I love analyzing, being there, being of service to you. I know I can do it. It's not up to you though. No one really put you in charge of anything. So don't take charge of anything. See the obstacles and plan a detour. Like if you're the obstacle, just change your mindset. Like if you think, oh, they can do it without me. That's something I'll talk about later. But deja it. Just gaslight yourself into, oh, they can do it without me, and eventually you'll see. Like you're the only one who's allowed to gaslight you, and just try to use it in a positive way. On Friday, the 3rd of October, no, the 3rd of November, the Sun will follow in this opposition with Jupiter in retrograde. So the Sun, I am desiring, I still have difficulty expanding. And later, Venus will also be in an opposition with, excuse me, Neptune in retrograde on the axis of your earthly self and your spiritual self, and this is on the axis of the possessions. Oh my god, I almost thought we had it. You know what? No. But what did I say? You have this vessel. Now find your instructions. Let me see. Okay, so you have difficulty. You have difficulty expanding, right? And you really desire to be there. Know which game you're playing and know which rules apply. Know the vessel you are using. Like if you know my car cannot handle heat, then it's not. You can drive in the sun, but you cannot park in the sun. You cannot stand stationary in the sun. Talking about cars and heat. I am African. I cannot handle heat because I was born over here on the northern hemisphere of the Netherlands. So when I went to Gran Canaria, which is like next to Africa, the continent, I was sweltering. And I was like, Ma, I'm dying. And she was like, yeah, good for you. She said, but we went to the spa. And yeah, the spa is hotter than outside, and the body, my vessel, my body acclimatized, and I had a great time. Want to see my mask? But just know how to use your vessel. Like even now here in the Netherlands, oh, I'm cold. Okay, go into the spa where it's really hot and warm. Go outside, cool off, and see how long you can stay outside naked. For real, work with your vessel. You know what you got. You know what you can do. Or yeah, just find your instructions. And off to Saturday, the 4th of November, when Saturn starts moving direct 3 minutes after 8 in the morning. Yeah, in the Netherlands. So later in the day, Mercury will. Oh, it's a movement though. And later in the day, Mercury will be in an opposition with Uranus in retrograde. So I think about these desires and I find it difficult freeing myself from, oh, Mercury is really moving fast. And I find it difficult freeing myself from these restricted situations I have. First things first, we talked about this. Are those your restrictive situations? Is this where I talk about the Doge effect? Now, either way, we're done with slacking. Because Saturn is the teacher. Like Saturn has a ring, right? No, Saturn doesn't have a ring, but Saturn deserves a whip. Because Saturn is a teacher. Like if you do your things, you will get your rewards. If you do not do your things, you will get your. And that's not nice. So we're done slacking, and it's high time to reinvent and strategize and stand by it. Especially that stand by it. Like Taurus, very unshakable, very stubborn. Leo's also very stubborn. I remember my brother told me like, "Oh, that blue lipstick doesn't suit you." I wanted to get it, but I was doing this yesterday and I wasn't feeling it. But like, stand by it. Like that blue lipstick suit me very well. So stand by you, reinvent, and make them adjust to it. It's weird because it's new. Remember? I remember when I got the first cell phone. I remember when we had to go to public transport with the chip card. I, uh, hmm. No, me, I like the olden days. Haven't been there, but my soul been. Either way, off to week 45. Week 45, we start on Monday, the 6th of November, with Venus in Virgo in an Earth trine with Pluto. Pluto's moving direct, so this is like the first Pluto aspect. Work at your desired routine or strategy, like Earth again, eh? And do it for you and yours. This body is yours and for you to work with. Okay, I am gonna spoil a little bit of that lone wolf. I know I'm gonna spoil the whole lone wolf video, but a lone wolf did not leave the pack because they got in a fight, they got into trouble, they were sick of it, they wanted to be alone. A lone wolf leaves the pack to grow, to expand, and make their own pack. I'm so tired, y'all. But yeah, so it's for you and yours. Work at the desired routines and work with the strategy that works for you because you can't keep leeching on someone else, something else. If I was hanging with the friends of them right now, I would be raising their families and I wouldn't be able to grow myself into the mother I would like to be. Yes, I got some tweaking to do. I had a cat. Like I don't have it because I'm a bad person, but I thought like I am not I cannot have not this cat. Not that cat was crazy. My nieces and nephews came to visit like last year and I thought like okay, as an auntie, you good, but as a mother, as a mother, so it's for you and yours. So see for you and yours. Like, don't go raise someone else's children, right? That's your cancer placement. Mm-mm. And on the 5th of what? No, no, no. I don't know, but we also have a last quarter in Leo. It says on Tuesday we have a last quarter in Leo. Was that? Yeah. Well, I desire, I create the persona, the emotions. Let it go. Last quarters are for letting go. Let those things of your persona go. Let that be go. I'm not gonna lie. I'll cut a child off too. Like you did me dirty. You don't realize who raised you. I will ask a child who raised you. What you want to do? Raise your children right. Because I will come. But like maybe I should discard that personality trait. Like talking to children like I'm a child. Either way, on Tuesday, the 7th of November, Mercury will be in a Earth or water trine with Neptune in retrograde. Hey, listen, it's that water trine again. All that water, all those tears, they're not necessarily bad, eh? Sometimes you cry because of a past memory, of a past love, because it was so good, because it was so nice, and you're just let it go. So next time you see something, hear something, I you wouldn't say, but I do. I cry with movies and series and stuff, and especially in the luteal phase. But no, I'm really emotionally investigated in stories, really empathic and stuff. But yeah, tears can also be a relief. They're not necessarily for sadness. So let it flow. When you're thinking about it, Neptune in retrograde, try remember water flow. And then we arrive at the 8th of October. Venus will enter its home sign, second home sign of Libra. And again, the social context will flow. Like sometimes you're sad because I had this friendship and I had to cut it off. New friendships will come. You have to let the old go to let the new enter. Remember? On Thursday, the 9th of November, Mercury will be in a sextile with Pluto, a feminine sextile again, but a forward this time. So the road to Rome wasn't built in one day, and it definitely was not televised. So all those feminine things, all the inner reserves, it doesn't come in one day. Remember those whole moon cycles and stuff? It takes like half a year to readjust your plan, and a half a year to see like if your plan is even working, if your strategy is even working. There's nothing wrong with reworking the plan, but when next year comes, don't be slacking. It's Scorpio season. So, and it was definitely not televised. All this empowering transformation for the long term and the legacy you're doing. On Friday, the 10th of November, Mercury is entering its detriment sign of Sagittarius. And later in the day, Mercury, which just entered Sagittarius, will be boom in a mutable square with Saturn, moving direct. Oh my gosh. So like everything, I told you, Mercury first, then the Sun, and then Mars. How you think, how you be, how you act will be in this mutable square with Saturn. And Saturn is just waiting there like, what have you been doing? What have you been thinking? How have you been doing? Saturn is just waiting at the gate of the imaginative Pisces, like, so Mercury enters its detriment sign of Scorpio, of Sagittarius. So after Scorpio, like, okay, I'm very dedicated to do this. And in the optimistic, everywhere, mutable fire, Sagittarius. And higher expect, like Sagittarius is committed to their own fates. So when this mutable square happens, it's Saturn's like, do the work, and Mercury's like, yeah, sure. Oh my God, sorry. I do be feeling this astrology a lot. On Saturday, the 11th of November, Mars will be in an opposition with Uranus. So again, difficult to free yourself from these restrictive situations. If you are really committed, commit to it by any means and constantly. I act, I desire, I act. Like it's difficult to free myself from these restrictions. I saw this ad. You saw this ad probably too if you're a lot on YouTube. But I saw this ad and it said like do 30 squats a day and see how your life will just improve. And I be walking straight. I'm walking so straight. And like I said, I'm 6'3", like 192 centimeters. And I got this ponytail, right? And I'm like, be committed to it. I've been doing this for like 5 days or something, but be committed to it and see where you can go, see where you can grow. I wanted to say I'm sorry for all these examples, but God. And yeah, and that's it for week 45. Off to week 46, which we start on Monday, the 13th of November, when Mercury will be in a mutable square with Lilith, because Lilith just let me see. Lilith's also just residing at the beginning of Virgo, like, I'm gonna stay here for the upcoming few years. Lilith is slow. I don't know how slow, but she's slow. And it's, you know, later in the day, the sun will be in a conjunction with, no, the moon will be in a conjunction with the sun, and we'll have a new moon in Scorpio on 20 degrees, the Scorpio degree. So if I haven't said something about dedication for your desires yet, Later in the day, the sun will be in an opposition with Uranus in retrograde. And if the sun is in an opposition with Uranus in retrograde, the moon is probably doing this too. But the moon, the feelings, every 2.5 days. That's why we don't talk about her. So the goal has been clear. And where you want to be has been clear, but perfect the skill. Like you weren't dedicated, you were slacking. Like at 25 squats, you were like 30, 30. That's it. Yes, it may take 2 minutes, and yeah, but be dedicated towards it. And if you're dedicated towards it, yeah, just remember where you want to go. And this is where mood boards come in handy. Like, oh yeah, this is where I want to go. I don't like mood boards. I do mood charts. But what skill is really like suppressing your enthusiasm, because Sagittarius is the Sagittarius. What's my Sagittarius sign? But distributor of enthusiasm. And Mercury thinking about, oh, I want to distribute this enthusiasm, and Lilith is behind like, adjust. It's kind of like a first quarter. Let me get my cheat sheet. Yeah, we're action and attention to details. It's time to get things done. So if you're really dedicated towards this Lilith things and stuff, because no, Neptune will hit Lilith's opposition in Sagittarius degree probably when we're like on enthusiasm, but Neptune's really asking like, why did you unleash this? To be very dedicated right now. Like, which skills are suppressing your enthusiasm? Perfect it. Reassess your desires, where you want to be, and especially with this new cycle, and remember where you want to be. Just remember where you want to be. If you need like a little amulet, this chain I cannot get off. Help, send help. Don't touch me. Send help. Remember, take something that can remind you of where you would like to be. On Wednesday, the 15th of November, Mercury will be in a feminine, no? In a masculine sextile with Venus, because Venus is in Libra. So balance the aggression with a glass of perfection. All this enthusiasm. It's not cute. It's not cute. I need to go to sleep. Either way, balance your aggression with a glass of perfection. I learned that from Doechii in her song PMSing Out. Jesus. Daughters. You gotta be calculated. You gotta know what you're going to do, what you're wanting to do. That hurts. Where you want to be. Like, I think it was Joan Crawford that's like really aware of how she looks or what she looks like, how she presents herself and stuff. And that's how she used her vessel, her body, towards her advantage. Try it. That really hurt. On Friday, the 17th of November, Mars will be in a water trine with Neptune in retrograde. Later in the day, the Sun will follow in this water trine with Neptune. So it's almost time. But Friday the 17th, are you acting on your past desires or on the new and righteous desires that you would like to have? Because we're not going back, all that suppressing, self-loathing, addiction, and substance abuse. New things. Yeah. I had friends in the past who kind of did me wrong. Well, no, I let myself do wrong by hanging with those people too long. Intuition told me, but yeah, be better than that now. What did I gain from those people? I still smoke. I know, right? But you've been known. It's my secret, but you've been known. So, yeah, need to stop that because it's not cute. It's not cute at all. So don't act on past desires because I'm not her anymore. You're not them anymore. On Saturday, the 18th of November, the Sun will be in a conjunction with Mars in Scorpio. So Scorpio, again, that dark side to suppress what you really desire, things you wouldn't like to let come to the light because you're uncomfortable with it. So do some shadow work and get comfortable with it. Yeah. What are you going to do? Cry because there's boulder in front of your door? Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play the world's smallest violin. Just do some shadow work. Be honest to yourself. Be for real. Like, you're the least you can be honest to. At the end of the day, when everyone is stripped away from you, who do you have? When I started smoking, I had to tell my mom. Until this day, she knows. Because she gave me life, and if something is going to end my life, she will know. Like, it was not her, it was me. Foolish, stupid me. I think that's why the first card of tarot is the Fool, because you start the game as a freaking fool. But, yeah, on. Yeah, don't lie. Yeah, don't lie to yourself. Do the you're the realist to yourself. Off to week 47. Week 47, we start on the 20th of November with the Sun in a feminine sextile with Pluto. This is where I talk about the déjà vu effect. But now we also have that first quarter in Capricorn, and again, first quarter is a time for action and attention to detail and getting things done. And the Sun in I desire, the Moon in I know. If you know, go. Summer. No one is stopping. Nothing is stopping. Commit and work towards your goals, planning and priorities. A crisis, issue, or obstacle may occur between that water, emotion, and air. What you think? Maybe you're thinking too much about the past. Don't think about the past. Aquarius about the future. We're talking future orientated. So, the past, I'm still here, Inna, and I look great, and I'm doing great, and that's what you should be telling yourself when the past is trying to creep up on you. Like, beter ga je. So, the Sun in a feminine sextile with Pluto, déjà vu effect. Become your desires with your inner reserves. Because the only one, déjà vu effect's kind of like gaslighting yourself. If you tell yourself every day, I'm great for 30 days, who's great after 30 days? If you tell yourself, oh my God, I've been seeing that red Twingo every time, 12 red Twingos in the past week, in the past 7 days. Gaslight yourself into being great. Gaslight yourself into being greatness. I gaslighted myself into being financially accountable. Because me and numbers, no bueno. I taught myself, me and it's the equity. You're the only one who can reach you. So be real to yourself. And if you're not real to yourself, make it in your advantage. Be cool. On the 20, yeah, look up the déjà vu effect. On the 21st of, oh, wait, back. Monday the 20th. This is why they say you have to be emotionally invested when you manifest something. Like when you say, oh no, when you say, this is for real the only thing I need. This is the only thing that makes me happy, that makes me, every time you see it, like when you see it in the store, when you see someone else, you're like, happiness with you. The emotions, it's so much, and we're in the very fixed water emotional season of Scorpio anyways. Really go, I want to see you be so great from a distance. So Tuesday the 21st of November, Mercury will be in a fire trine with Chiron, still in retrograde. So those past wounds, past traumas, and blah, blah, blah. Hey, even though, ... you're still here. You still made it. You're still great. You're still able to gaslight yourself into thinking you're greater than great. But don't go too high, eh? Don't go too high. Hoogmoed komt voor de val. Pride comes before the fall. Remember? Yeah, I really need to go to sleep. But even though you have overcome, so can you teach others? No, because Saturn, Sagittarius is like the teacher, likes to teach, wants to learn, but also teaches. Okay, teach others. Think about how. Expand yourself. Expand. Sagittarius also, again, the expander. So it's not like necessarily, ooh, Mercury and Sagittarius. I have to I have to gain a lot of knowledge. Maybe you can just get that 13 years off your chest. Go. On Wednesday, the 22nd of November, Mars will be in a feminine in this feminine sextile with Pluto. Later in the day, the Sun will bloop enter Sagittarius, and then Venus will be in an opposition with Chiron in retrograde. Yeah, we didn't have that yet, but try to find the logic behind your doing. Again, it's for you and yours. It's for you and yours because you are acting. But what is that feminine? What is igniting that inner fire? What is sparking that inner light in you to say, okay, now I'm going. Very sure about it, and do it for you and yours because Venus, uh, in that altruistic Virgo likes to do it for others, in opposition with Chiron, like maybe if I do this better, maybe if I present myself like this better. Venus in Virgo. I'd rather have you learn it now than later. Don't try to tweak yourself and stuff because the opportunities that were there for you aren't there for you anymore because you fine-tweaked yourself for things from the past. The things from the past that gained like 65 kilos and then like lost their teeth and stuff. Like, so yeah, Sagittarius energy is the last spark. Is the last spark of the year, eh? Sagittarius, mutable fire. So here, there, everywhere, clean, adjust, do. You know, mutable seasons for me are like time to clean out, weed out, and fire. It's about passion, things you're really passionate about. Like, if you don't like to read books, throw the books away. Well, don't throw them away, donate them. If you are really passionate about the books, get the books in. I'm really passionate about finding my inner childish creativity again. So I'm just going to discard like a lot of electronics because you need to be bored. Children are creative because they are bored. I'm not bored. I just want to go to sleep. Yeah, like Tyler the Creator said, find some time to be bored again. Or do. Okay, Sagittarius season though. On Tuesday, the 23rd, Thursday, the 23rd of November, the Sun will be in a mutable square with Saturn. Everything that just entered the mutable fire of Sagittarius is waiting for Saturn. And even though you've grown, there is more growth to do. You can always expand. And Saturn is like, who do you think you are? Go back to the benches. Go back to the school benches. Be keen. On Friday the 24th, Mars will enter also in Sagittarius. So yay, we're all being happy and merry in Sagittarius. And of course, Mars will be directly in a square with the same Saturn in retrograde. And Saturn's waiting there like, some things come and go fast, but it's depending on your fate. Sagittarius has a lot of fate, right? And the more you're emotionally committed to it, like the emotional commitment, the enthusiasms, optimistic, sometimes blindly optimistic. It's all in the emotions, baby. When your heart's committed to it, your soul's committed to it. When your soul's committed to it, your mind's committed to it. When your mind is committed to it, when reality, because your mind creates reality. Oh my god, this is how I fell into rabbit hole. So, but and let's end the week on the 26th of November when Mercury will be in a fire trine with the North Node. Pick a goal and focus your heart, mind, and soul. Sagittarius, right? Like